mortgage is far beyond our expectations.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
Glad to have you join us again on the program Everyone Deserves a Home. I am Kauthar Anumba Khalil. The Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme is one of the products through which the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is delivering houses for contributors. Many people have become homeowners through the scheme. In this episode of the program, we shall bring you details of another deliverable of the FMBN in Lekki, Lagos State through this product. Later on, we will share the story of a beneficiary of the NHF scheme from the Federal Capital Territory. Before all of this, we will start the episode with news highlights from the diary of the FMBN. Stay with us.
Get trained as a mortgage expert, smart property development industry player. Get that full option capacity training center for your individual or organizational needs. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria FMBN Training Center, courses are both technical and managerial in mortgage operations, finance, human resources, and ICT, all facilitated by both internal and external mortgage and property industry experts.
We borrow the money from the bank. Every month we're servicing it.
All FMBN courses are approved by the Center for Management Development. Meanwhile, the FMBN Training Center offers 8 training facilities for rentals, 3 seminar rooms of 30 sitting capacities, 2 syndicate rooms of 10 and 12 sitting capacities, 2 conference halls of 108 and 78 sitting capacities, an ICT lab of 38 seats, and a 24/7 power supply. Visit the FMBN Center at number J4 Ali Akilu Road, Kaduna. Email training.school@fmbn.gov.ng or call 0901 280 3484.
In the news lineup, Association of Public Procurement Practitioners of Nigeria commends FMBN for transparency, and NECA pledges support to the FMBN for wider coverage of the NHF scheme. We'll take details of these stories shortly. Don't go away.
The Association of Public Procurement Practitioners of Nigeria, APPON, has lauded the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for its efforts in promoting standard practice in public procurements as well as ensuring transparency in that regard. The association's leadership, led by the president, Kaniko, paid a courtesy visit to the bank recently. Kaniko commended the FMBN for its efforts in housing delivery for low-income earning Nigerians.
We've heard so much about you. We've been to BPP. We're told that you are doing very well in terms of procurement. I see how your contribution to national development in terms of homes, creation of houses, I think it's fine, sir. So I want to use the opportunity to congratulate you and to urge you to do more. You know, when you work hard, we have to commend you. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has been a very close partner, as I said earlier, because if you did not train your staff to undergo that training and pass the exam, there's no way they would have joined us. It shows that you are concerned about transparency, accountability, fairness, competitiveness in public procurement in Nigeria.
Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madu Hamman, in his speech during the visit, appreciated the association and the Bureau of Public Procurement for its efforts in improving standard of practice within the bank.
On behalf of the management team, I want to thank the association for giving us that support in terms of staff training and improving the standard of practice within our system. We budget huge sums of money every year, and huge sums of monies are spent every year from the country. However, if we don't have a team of people who ensure and follow up to see that the country gets value for monies spent, then we might just be wasting a lot of resources without actually benefiting as a country. And so public procurement has come to be recognized at national level as one of the practices that government pays close attention to because of what you've been able to achieve in terms of monitoring of public procurement and ensuring that we get best value for funds spent within the public systems.
The management of the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, has assured the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria of its commitment towards promoting the National Housing Fund scheme. Speaking during a courtesy visit to the bank, Director General of the association, Adewale Smart Oyerinde, noted that the association will not relent in its efforts towards deepening its collaboration with the bank.
For us to stake that name, to partner with an agency of government, it says a lot to our members and also says a lot to the perception and goodwill that such organizations can muster. So for us to thank the MD, thank the team also for the partnership and collaboration that we enjoyed before his coming, and the partnership and collaboration that we also affirmed to each other the last time we came. Okay, we'll continue the partnership, we'll continue to promote the fund, continue to promote the National Housing Fund itself, because it's at the heart of our members. When I say our members, because Labour directly also they are social partners.
Executive Director, Business Development and Portfolio Management, Kingsley Chukuma, who represented the Managing Director of the bank, said that the management will not relent in any area that will improve the sector.
We are going to collaborate and see how we can move the association, and a lot of us, we can see how we can move everything forward. Like we are also new, and we are familiarizing ourselves with a lot of things, and I quite assure you that we're really going to work together for the benefit of what we do.
Other management staff of the bank noted some of the bank's efforts in project delivery across the nation, and also called on the association to make efforts towards the timely offtake of projects.
The bank had also been able to develop some other projects under the NLC-TUC and NECA collaborative scheme. In particular, in the southwest, we have ongoing projects in Ekiti State, Lagos State, and we have a completed project in Akure, which is about to be commissioned anytime from now. So these are amongst the numerous projects that the bank had embarked upon, and we also plan to do more in the near future with regards to that. And we've identified NECA to be one of the big partners.
We will appreciate everything you can do to get employees to offtake timely, do the packaging, do the applications, then we can book the mortgages.
Most workers prefer to take the rent-on option. So we are ready to package rent-on any of the collaborative projects that the bank enters with the NLC, TUC, and NECA.
I just want to express my excitement on the issue of the area in which you can help, in which you can collaborate with us, and that is on driving compliance with NHF. I found that to be very interesting in your presentation, and definitely it will boost our efforts and strengthen the partnership between us and your organization if you are able to achieve that. So whatever support that is required for that to be achieved, where you can be sure that we'll be more than ready and willing to offer that support.
Thanks for staying tuned. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has continued to deliver projects for its various contributors across the length and breadth of the country. In our next segment, Building Blocks, we will be looking at a Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme in the Lekki area of Lagos State. Keep watching.
The Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme is one of the products the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is leveraging on to deliver houses to various NHF contributors across the country. Several housing projects have been delivered to NHF contributors through the scheme. To deliver more houses under the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is collaborating with Rock Reality Limited to deliver 14 housing units in the Lekki area of Lagos State. Head of Operations, FMBN Lagos Main Office, Abdul Ganiyu Jimo, sheds more light on the collaboration, also speaks on how FMBN is ensuring that standard and quality delivery, which is the hallmark of its projects, are being maintained on the project.
Federal Mortgage Bank, the way we do our construction, we engage a professional. Well, as a consultant, we have a consultant, a professional who monitors the projects at every stage, from foundation, pillars, everything. We have a consultant who ensure they keep to the standard, and we, the branch office in Lagos here, we work in collaboration with the consultant to make sure the developer keeps the standard.
While all units of the project have been fully subscribed, the FMBN ensured that the cost of the houses remain affordable for the subscribers.
It's fully subscribed, and by NHF contributors. We have some staff from Lafarge Cement, Dangote, and other private organizations. All the 14 units are fully subscribed. The price for it is about 25 million each unit. Though considering we are here in Lekki, this is Lekki, considering the cost of the land alone, and even the construction, before you build in Lekki, the foundation, you spend a lot. But in the whole of this neighborhood, this is the cheapest house you can get. The one directly opposite us, now the 3-bedroom is selling for 45 million. They are selling here for 25 million. So it's really affordable.
Mr. Jimo tells us the options which have been made available for subscribers to benefit from.
We give them option. They can use the National Housing Fund loan or rent-to-own loan. So the two options. Some of them opt for the National Housing Fund, some go for the rent-to-own. We started the construction last year. Hopefully, with this we are so, and our discussion with the developer, they are going to deliver this year.
Though construction of houses is still ongoing, work has reached an advanced stage and is nearing completion. Akinlade Oluwasegun, the site supervisor, speaks more on the project.
From first floor up, we have 3-bedroom flats with a BQ, that's 4 rooms. And on the ground floor, we have 2-bedroom with a BQ. For 3-bedroom flats, we have 12 units. Then for 2-bedroom flats, we have 2 units.
Akinlade describes the project as an avenue for employment generation.
Considering the area where we are currently, we notice that there are so many of them, so many young guys that have handworks, and they are not doing anything. They just go around and, just gallivant around. We make sure we try as much as possible to put them into work, as in monitor them with good monitor, not giving them works that are a little bit higher than them, but we'll give them a lower work that at least they can be able to feed from it for every day.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Mr. and Mrs. Megari Jibinia are happy homeowners of a 2-bedroom apartment in the FCT. They are grateful that the burden of rent and landlords have been taken off their backs. They share the story of home ownership with us. Let us hear them in our Dream Come True segment. Please stay tuned.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
The Jibinias are the owners of a 2-bedroom semi-detached bungalow at Anthem Estate, Gwagwalada, Federal Capital Territory. Being a civil servant, Mr. Jibinia has been a contributor to the scheme. They got the privilege to own the house after his wife was sensitized about the scheme and thereafter made further inquiries.
Actually, housing is a very serious challenge, particularly in FCT. For all civil servants that are living in FCT. It was a serious problem to me and my family, but we thank God for this gigantic project of the federal government through the Federal Mortgage Bank that we're able to put this particular project in place. And we are also happy to be a partaker of it. It really reduced the burden of living in someone's property or living as a tenant.
Today, they are happily living in a home they call theirs, thanks to the National Housing Fund scheme.
From the day we were undergoing training, compulsory paramilitary training in the camp, we were educated about this particular project. So we are already enrolled from before we even pass out from camp. We are already enrolled in the compulsory contributory housing scheme. And in 2016, late 2016, my wife brought the information about this particular estate to me. I said, wow, yes, for me, I'm working inside the town while my wife works here in Gwagwalada. I said it will be a very good one if we can be able to get this particular housing.
They got the house at the cost of 8.6 million naira.
We went for a program in town. I think we went for a program in town, a risk management program, where somebody from, I think the deputy director or something like that from Mortgage Bank comes to educate people for the program. And at the end of the meeting, we just go closer to her to ask that actually we have intention of accessing such a scheme. And she said, that where are we living in particular in Abuja? When I say we are staying in Gwagwalada, that's actually there's a project that they are even doing that we should go and check, and she can help us to get the slots. So that's how we come. We come to the site, we checked, and we say, okay, it's something. It's better than other projects we've been they've been inviting us to go and see.
The Jibinias are excited that they no longer have to deal with the issues of rent and landlords.
The first question that was asked, it was, am I a contributor? Which I said yes. I was asked to bring my passbook, which I did, and then my payslip, passport, and the form given to me in the office to fill, which I did. Actually, as a civil servant or public servant in Nigeria, the difficulty is getting the money to be able to pay the equity. That was just the initial challenge. But filling form or bringing the required documents is not a problem because I was already a contributor, which my passbook is up to date. So in that area, I don't have problem. But the only problem we are having then is, are we going to be able to raise the equity? Because actually, you know, the nation country, things are not easy. But thank God, we are able to meet up with the equity.
Their joy knew no bounds when after a short while, they were asked to pick their key and approval letter.
question for the week is, how can someone enroll into the National Housing Fund scheme?
For a beginner, somebody that wants to enroll into the National Housing Fund scheme, the first port of call is the FMBN office. He approaches the FMBN office for a form that we call the NHF 2. That is if he's a private person. But if the person or the people that wants to register, you understand, come from a formal organization, possibly from ministries, departments, or agencies of government, it is the employer that will first approach the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and collect what we call the NHF 1 form. That is employer registration form. 30 information are required: the name of the organization, if it is a private entity, the certificate of incorporation. We also need the address of the office, the telephone number, and other requirements are all stated in the NHF 1 form. So after the employer might have filled the form, then the form is submitted back to the FMBN office. Then the FMBN office issues what we call NHF 2 form, which will give every staff in that organization the opportunity to fill and register into the NHF scheme. There are also requirements in the NHF 2 form: your name, your biodata, your next of kin, your account details are all required in that form. So each staff of that organization is expected to fill that form, and collectively these forms are submitted back, including your income too is stated, your monthly income. So when these forms are collected, they are returned back to the FMBN office. Then the FMBN office will work on those documents and will come out with what is supposed to be the monthly contribution, 2.5%, based on the income declared in that form. Then people will be given also what we call the NHF participation number, which is unique to you. So everybody will be entitled to NHF participation number, which you use throughout the period of career. That is if you are a government worker. If you are also a private worker, the same thing is done. You do it on your own.
Enrolling into the National Housing Fund scheme is open to all Nigerians. All you need to be is 18 years and above with a source of income. To find out more on how you can benefit from the various products and services, visit any FMBN branch office near you or log on to the website on www.fmbn.gov.ng. Make a date with us next week, same time on same station, for another package from the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. From here, it's good night.